It's very proud. Whether it's 1 or 11, it's still a proud moment that you know that you have your young men going on to have an opportunity of a free education and a future, and they have a lot to look forward to. And there's nothing more that I like or want to achieve as a coach than help provide those opportunities for these young men. And I think our program's starting to do that, and it's a lot of fun to see every year and watch that grow.
What's the most important thing to you that these kids do in college?
What they do?
Yeah.
Most important thing to me is that they're happy, they're having a great experience, and that they graduate. And the bottom line is these kids need to go to college knowing that football is not going to last forever, and it could end any day. And the bottom line is they need to take advantage of the free education, and graduation and their future is the most important thing.
Education, is that something you instill in these boys coming in as a freshman and as a sophomore?
We do. We try to educate them on the NCAA clearinghouse early. We tried to educate them on the course that they need to take early so they understand where they're going to be by the time they become seniors. Maybe hopefully get out of here early, which is becoming a trend, which is something we're working on now with our freshman class. We preach academics and education is the most important thing here. We tutor twice a week. We provide opportunities for them with tutoring and classroom work and classroom time, and even missing practice if their grades aren't up to par. So it's a constant battle. I mean, it's not an easy thing, and I'm not saying all our kids are 4.0 kids. I mean, not even close, but they'd be a lot worse if we didn't preach those values.
I heard you mention that you couldn't sleep last night. What was it like? Is it kind of like, kind of like a father, like seeing his kids going off to college? Was it kind of like that feeling?
It was. It's, there's a couple of parts to that. It's, am I doing enough to represent these kids well in their big moment? The second part of that is, it's a proud moment, and I don't want to sound cheesy, but it's almost like an empty nest type of thing where, once they sign their name, they're not yours anymore. They belong to somebody else, and I know they'll always be my boys per se, but they belong to somebody else football-wise now. And this group is extremely special because we came in together. I mean, we're 4 years together. I came in here with them, and they're graduating, and this is my 4th year, so they were my first group. And so they hold a little bit more, they have a better or a firmer grip on my heart than most classes because we grew in this program together. And so it's 4 years of culmination right here, and it's a lot of fun to see them achieve their goals.
What advice did you give your guys as far as, the process?
There's a lot of advice that goes into it. There's a lot of guiding. There's no decisions made. There's not anything that I would tell a kid to do this or do that. As of Joe switching yesterday from Utah to Utah State, these young men got to make their own choices, and I'm just there to support them. And when they have questions, I'll answer them. What they need to do to prepare themselves for the moment. But in terms of where they go to school, when they have lots of choices, I can help guide them and help them point them in the right direction for what they need to research. But helping them make decisions, I don't do. They've got to make that on their own. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones who have to go there for 4 or 5 years and live in the dorms and be a student, and mommy and daddy and coach aren't going to be there. And but there's a lot of guidance that goes on. They seek my help a lot, but I never point them in a direction. I just try to guide them and help them seek information to put them in the right position.
What are you most proud of?
Man. Listen, I'm just proud that, this is going to sound cheesy, but I'm just proud that I get to coach at East High School and get to coach this diverse, great group. And I don't have any more love for these young men that signed today as I do for the young men that are hoping to sign or not going to sign and going on to do other things with their lives. And I'm blessed. I have a really, really great job that I wake up every day and I'm excited to go to. And I've got great kids. We've got the greatest kids in the state of Utah. There's so many things that go on here at East with the diversity and the different neighborhoods and communities that you're always on your toes. I'm just proud that our program's being represented in this way by a few select young men, but they're just a representation of the other, 80 or 90 kids that are in this program.
Going forward, what are you going to look back, 10 years, 5 years down the line? What do you think your mindset's going to be about this group?
but darn it, I wish we could have gotten it done on the state championship field. The thing that would remind me, so I'm looking forward. We got a lot of Mountain West guys. I'm looking forward to sitting in the stands and watching them play, and maybe in the future, if Christian holds his commitment to Stanford, and maybe watching Ula and Christian play in the Rose Bowl, and there's a lot of excitement in the future. I get to sit and watch these guys and watch them grow as men, and I will look back on this class as really my first East High class because they went through the program with me. So like I said, they're always going to have a firm grip on my heart.